Hello guys, we are live. Wait a second guys, we are going to set up things. Um,
Yes.
just hold on a moment. It's not showing me live here for some reason.
It's live. It's live.
It's live? Uh,
Yes, yes. It's live. The video is live right now.
on the channel? Did you confirm it?
But it's scheduled. It's not, live. It's live. Yeah, it's live. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
We are
live.
live.
Yeah.
We are
Um,
live.
your voice is lagging a bit. I don't know why.
Okay, so is it okay right now?
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Okay, okay, okay. So first class,
Yeah. Hello
first
everyone.
attempt.
um,
Hello, guys.
we will be studying TypeScript today. So the agendas for today's class is introduction
TypeScript.
to TypeScript, Node.js installation guide,
Yes.
npm
VS Code live.
plus npm.
VS Code download.
Yeah, VS Code installation, Node.js, npm,
Yes,
and
yes.
tsc. Sorry, uh,
Okay, so
and variables in
yes,
TypeScript.
yes, yes.
So you do the introduction to TypeScript, and then I'll carry on.
Okay, so first of all, let us introduce ourselves before introducing TypeScript.
Yeah, sure.
Ali is the main host of this course, and I'm the co-host, Asana with. And so let us start with TypeScript. Okay, so so TypeScript was developed by a software developer, Andres Heilsberg. It was first introduced in the month of October 2012. After 2 years in the development, Microsoft took over, and then TypeScript gained popularity, and now the version which is using its TypeScript 3.4.5, which is released on 24 April 2019. And yeah, this is a brief description of TypeScript.
Yeah, so that was the
And
history of TypeScript, and TypeScript you can say is a better version of JavaScript. Like it has added functionalities, modules, and some other stuff. And as
yes,
here it's written, like it's a superset of JavaScript. Like it overcomes all the faults that JavaScript had, and it overcomes those faults and demerits
and
of it.
it is it is a superset because it has additional features to it
Yeah,
to JavaScript. That's why.
yeah, like type checking and modules and some other stuff. We'll get to know about it further when we actually start coding. We'll see the
Yes,
differences
yes,
there. So first things first, we are gonna install VS Code. I already have it installed, but those of you who doesn't have it, I'll guide you to the how to download and install. So you just simply type VS Code in whichever internet browser you're using, and then for your respective machines you can download it, like for Windows or Debian, Ubuntu or Mac, whichever you're
yes,
using. So I'll do it for Windows. You click on the download and it'll start downloading. You should specify the directory in which you want to. I've already downloaded and installed it, so I'm not gonna do it again, but that's how you can do it. Okay, the next thing
pretty
we
simple.
need, yeah, it is pretty simple. I think most of the viewers would have it already. Um,
Yes,
the second thing we need is Node.js. So it is the engine on which our code is going to run. So we're gonna download it pretty quick. I'm gonna go with the pre-built installer here. Let me zoom in a bit and simply click on download. I've downloaded it already, but I'll do it again for you people. Okay. Yeah, the internet is fast, so yeah, that didn't took long. I'm gonna open it. Okay, first let me show you we don't have node already installed, right? So like we type node hyphen hyphen version, and you can see node is not recognized, right? So
Yes.
now we're gonna install it. I'm gonna change the directory. You can have it wherever you want. um, node.js, node.js, yeah, there. Pretty basic steps. Okay, I'm gonna enter my password here. So node.js has been installed, and let's see, let's confirm the installation here. So as you can see, we have node version 22.3.0. Let's see if npm was installed with it. Yeah, so we have npm as well, and let's see if
Yes.
we have typescript. Yeah, we have typescript as well. So now we have the softwares we need to run
All
the
the
TypeScript
applications.
code.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna create a folder on my desktop. Let's name it class 01. I'm gonna open it in Visual Studio Code. Guys, watch the steps carefully so that you don't forget or miss any of the steps to avoid errors
Yes,
and
because yeah, there are two types of viewers. One are the one who have done HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and one are the viewers which has didn't do programming at all. So they are completely beginners. So for the people who are completely beginners, they should watch the live very attentively.
yeah, to avoid errors and issues. So once we are in the folder, we open it in our IDE, which is Visual Studio Code. So let's make a file. um, I'll name it class01.ts, and remember the extension here would be .ts, which means TypeScript. Like for JavaScript we use
Yes,
.js extension. Here we are going to be using .ts extension. um, okay, let me open the terminal. You can do it with the control and title button. It will open the terminal here for us. So before running TypeScript code, we need a few things to provide. So we are gonna need the configuration file for TypeScript. So we write tsc hyphen hyphen init. So here you can see a configuration file that was not here a moment ago is here now. It contains all
yes,
the file configuration like ECMAScript version and some other stuff, modules. For leave it for now. We'll discuss it later when we're actually gonna use it. So like we're gonna make changes to these files in order to make our code run, but for now it can run directly, but we need this file. Okay, so the next thing we need is the package.json file. So the command for that is npm hyphen hyphen init space hyphen y. Okay, no, npm init minus y, I think. Okay, it's taking some
okay.
time.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
takes some time for the dependencies to install.
yeah. So we have the package.json file now. It also controls the modules and stuff. We'll
Yes,
discuss it later. Okay, now we're gonna write the actual code. just to see if it runs. So it's simply a print statement, as every other programming language have it. We're gonna type console.log parenthesis double quotes hello world. Now we're gonna run it. So to run a TypeScript code, you need to type tsc space semicolon space node and the file name with .js extension. So our file name is class01.
Yes.
So I'm gonna type class01.js. So it will transpile this code into a JavaScript file and then run it. So let me press enter
Yes.
here. As you can see, a JavaScript file is also made here with usestrict, because strict type checking and other stuff. So as you can see, we have our hello world here. That's how you
Yes.
run the TypeScript file. And I will pin the commands in the description as well, because it's not that easy to learn them in the first time. um,
Need to practice it.
yeah, practice is the key, guys. So this is the command to run a TypeScript code. Okay,
Yes.
now we're gonna talk a little about variables. Hassan, do you wanna talk about it?
Okay, I think you have you're using VS Code right now,
Okay,
so I think
yeah,
you should
sure, I'll do it.
explain. I
I'll do it.
will, discuss it with you.
Yeah, sure thing, man. So variables are like a container in which you store the data, like a jar, in a kitchen, which holds different spices. Like you have a different jar for different spices and stuff. So here you store the data in a variable, and it can have multiple data types. Like it could be a string, like a sentence, or a word, or a number, or an array, which is a collection of the different data in a single variable. So first we're going to see the ways in which you can declare a variable. So there are basically three ways in which you can declare a variable using let. Okay, I'm gonna comment it. Okay, so in TypeScript, if you need to write a comment, you just have to do double slash. Okay, so first way is let, which is local slash block scope. Second
Yes,
way,
local scope.
yeah, second way is const, which is also. Should I zoom in a little, or is it okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, which is also local slash block scope, but its value can't be
Cannot be changed.
changed afterwards. Let me
Yes.
do this. Okay, like the value you assign to it during declaration and initialization, it will hold its value, like it won't change it. You cannot change it
Yes.
afterwards.
Constant.
We'll explain with an
I hope.
example afterwards.
Yes.
Third way is using var. I'm gonna highlight it here, which declares the
Variable
variable globally.
globally.
So these are the three ways in which you can declare or initialize a variable.
You should explain how.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna.
should give an example.
Yeah, now I'm gonna give them examples. So suppose we have a variable name x, right? So let's do let x. We're gonna give it the type number. So let's.
That's required.
Yeah, you have to give the type, because it's TypeScript. Like the
Yes.
TypeScript, the type in TypeScript represents the data type. You should be
Yes.
careful about the data type in TypeScript. So let x of data type number holds a number value. Like you cannot give it a string value, right? See, it
It will give an
will
error.
yeah, it will give an error. string is not assignable to type number, so you have to be careful with the
Yes.
data types here. Okay, so let's say 45, right? Now I can print it here, console.log x, right?
X.
So
Yes.
now let me clear this first, and see, it printed 45 here. But if
Yes.
I declare this in a block, right? Now see, if I put it inside these curly brackets in a block, the console log cannot access it, right? Because it's block scoped. See, now if I change this let into var, it can access it now. So I hope that clears the difference between the let and var.
Yes.
Okay,
These are the fundamentals of TypeScript,
yeah,
so
like
it needs to be addressed right
let
away.
let me run it with let so you can see the error, like that it should not be
Yes.
able. See, reference error, x is
Not
not
defined.
defined. But
It
it
cannot
is
access the
defined,
X
but it's
number.
inside the block, so the console log
Yes.
cannot access it outside the block now here. Now if I
Yes.
put this console log inside this block, it's fine now because they're in the same block now, and it can be accessed here but
Yes.
not outside the block. Let me clear this first. So that's the difference between let and var. And now,
I think you should also give example of var. But now if we use let instead of var and the console log is
yeah,
outside
yeah, I'll do
the
it.
curly braces, it will access the variable x, which is 45.
Yeah, okay. So now the console log is outside the block, but we changed this to var. Now
Yes.
let me run it for you real quick. Now it is accessed here. There's no error.
Yes.
But it's not a
And
good
const we
practice.
cannot. Yes. Yes.
You go first. You go first.
You continue. You continue. Or saying something. Yeah.
Okay. I was saying that it's not a good practice to use var in your code because you can never know if you're using this x here and then you use it somewhere else. Like I have used this x here, and then I later in my program I do x is equal to 56, right? So it will change both these values. It will override the number 45 here with 56, and you will never know
Yes.
the problem here. So it's good to use let and const in your code, but avoid the use of var.
Yes.
Yeah, now I'm gonna comment it for you. Now we're
Now we're
gonna
gonna go
talk
to
about
const.
const. Yeah, so const is
Yes.
another way of declaring your variables, but the values cannot be changed now. So let's say const x is equal to type, sorry, forgot to, number is equal to, let's say 56, right? Now if I change this value to like 45 again, it will give us an error
Yes.
because it is a constant. You cannot change the constant value here. Or let's make it more practical. I'll change this to pi, and I'll
Yes.
make it 3.1459. So the the pi is a constant value, and you should, okay, I'm gonna change this as well. So you should not be able to change this to 45 or some other value. So that's why we use const. Now if I change
Yes.
it to let again here, now the error is gone and the value is reassigned, and it will now store the value of 45 here.
45.
Okay, let's
Yes.
console log it here as well. Pi. So first let's make it const. Let's see what happens. So it gives us an error because we cannot assign it a constant value. Now if you remove this, it should be okay now. See, and now if I remove this and change this to let, it should be okay now. Yep, it assigned 45 here. as you can see here.
Yeah, Ali has only covered the type number, but you should also talk about
Yeah,
type string and boolean.
we'll discuss it in our later class, like the next class. I think let how you can initialize a variable is enough for today. We'll discuss data types in our next class. Don't worry, guys. We'll discuss in detail about the data types, the number, the string, the boolean, the arrays. We'll cover that all later. Let me revise all the stuff we studied today. So, introduction to TypeScript, how TypeScript is better than JavaScript, and it has more features, runtime and runtime error checking, script type checking,
Yes.
uh, modules, functions, extra features, and then how to install Node.js, how to download. I'll give the
Yes.
links in the description. And then okay, one more thing. Most of you will get a script running error when you run your TypeScript code. So for that, like it will for Windows user actually. Um, you will get an error that running script is not allowed on your computer or machine. So for that you need to go to Windows PowerShell, run as administrator. Okay, I have a password down here, so let me type it real quick. Yeah, so you need to uh, get your execution policy here.
We
Execution
can't
policy.
see on the display. Ali,
Oh, okay, for security
I
reasons.
think you get a display around.
Um, you cannot see it. Okay.
No, I can't see.
Okay, I don't know. For security reasons, it's administrator.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. Now
Yeah,
we can see.
you can see it now.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Um, so you need to type get execution policy and press enter. Be careful about the uppercase and lowercase. It is case sensitive, and remember there is a hyphen here. So you need to type this and press enter. Mine is already remote signed, but in case if yours isn't, you need to change it to remote signed, right? To be able to run to TypeScript code and scripts. So you need to write set hyphen execution policy, set execution policy. uh, let's see. Okay, and then change it to remote sign,
Fine.
and type capital A and press enter. So now you
It
should
is yes
be,
to all.
yeah, so now you should be able to run your TypeScript code properly without any errors. This is an important step for the beginners, like if you're running the code for the first time, you have to be careful about this. So I think that's pretty much it. Node.js installation was pretty basic. You can confirm the installation here in the command prompt by typing node hyphen hyphen version, yeah, and the npm hyphen hyphen version and tsc minus minus version.
Yes.
In case if you don't have tsc installed right away, you can install it using npm, using the command npm install minus g, which means globally, space TypeScript. That should install TypeScript for you people. So I think that's pretty much it for today's class, and we'll see you in the next
Yes.
one. Hassan, you wanna say anything?
Yeah, I think you summed up all the topics pretty good. I think it's enough for today's class.
Yeah, alright. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.